So number one, you're gonna access platform like a normal with the IP address. Okay. When you log in the first time, it's going to look like this. Admin, admin, admin. Yeah, admin is a password. Okay. You need to know how to map this first, and you still do this mapping, and then on top of that, you do this page. Does that make sense? Novastar. Exactly.
With the H9, is that supposed to be like a picto mapping or is that supposed to be a layer mapping?
You're doing so. Let's say this is our screen. You're gonna do your mapping on your H9 how you would do a normal, LED wall. Nothing different from it. Right here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Right in this drawing, you would see 5 because you have 5 uh, of these cards in your machine with Cat5. So in this drawing that you saw there, that's essentially what you're seeing. We would be saying that there's 5. So in this case, we'll work on number 1. Yeah, because you're only going to do one screen with number 1. Yeah. And so in that case, you'd be working on this right here card of outputs. Yeah. Cat5 outputs.
How many outputs are there?
In this card is 20. But there's 16 and then there's 20. The one that is 16 looks like this one. I'll show you right here. It looks like this one, and it has 2 fiber optic inputs or outputs. In our case, we have this, I think it's this one, which is 20 total. 20 ports. This one right here. Okay. So now let's say that you already programmed your screen. One thing I always noticed with this right here is that you have to start on settings. You start backwards. You don't start in the front. You start back here. Okay. Reason why is because the first thing you need to do is you need to configure your outputs right here. Your outputs. What you do here is when you're configuring your outputs, you'll see here that I have 4 options. One, which is 1 through 11. Number 2 option says 1 through 13. Number 3 option says 1 through 15. And the 4th is 1 through 17. What this is referring to is your output cards on the back of your H9 processor.
On the Cat5 section?
Yes, exactly. So it's referring to this right here. This. So in our case here, we are seeing, if you go to settings right here and you go to output right over here, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4 options right here. And these are it says 4K. Those are your Cat5 cards. Because we have 4 20-port cards in that processor right now. Yeah. Because we have 4 20-port cards, we are seeing 4 options for cards that we can adjust their width and their height values of the resolution of that screen. Okay. So
The width and the height for the 20 ports that is in each.
Yeah, so think of each port. When you're programming on this processor, think of each port of each card of 20 ports as one screen. Each one is its own screen. Okay. So with that being said, you need to understand and define if my screen is 18 wide and these are 2.6, then that means it's X amount of pixels wide. And in this case, now you need to type what your width is here. You get me? You need to define that. You need to let him know what its width is. You have to put obviously the correct width so that you don't have any scaling issues and resolution issues. Yeah.
scaling by itself?
It does, yeah, it does a scaling by itself, which is why I said you have to start on this page first. Because if you start on the other page and your resolution is like 2016 by 1008, but that's not your actual resolution of that screen that you're currently working on, then you're gonna come to this page. It's gonna look all weird. And then, so I'll give you an example right here. Watch. On this case, I'm gonna make the screen 1000 by 1000, okay? And I'm saying apply this 1000 by 1000 metric to output 1. This screen right here on Novastar is 1000 by 1000. That's what I'm saying. Make sense?
Yeah.
If I say this guy is 2000, number 2, output 13 is 2000 by 1000, what am I saying? I'm saying that, hey, man, this guy right here, number 2 on the card, on the set of 20 Cat 5s in card number 2 is 2000 by 1000. It doesn't matter. You're not using up the pixels. This thing will do 4K on all of them. Doesn't matter. You get me? So I can do 3840, 3840, yep, by 2160. Boom. Apply. One or more outputs are in use. So you see this, one or more outputs are in use. Are you sure you want to change the resolution? Yes. This is why I say you have to start on this page first. Because I'm defining my canvases, yeah? Right now. So now let's talk about so now what happens is this, check this out. When I go to configuration, which is this page here are all those same exact outputs that I just configured in settings. Okay. Now to show you the difference, I'll show you this. On my first output card, I'm going to make my first output card, instead of 3840 by 2160, I'm going to make it 1000 by 1000. Okay. I'm going to apply that. So what I just said is, hey, my first card is 1000 by 1000. That means that what I'm saying is that this LED screen on sending card number 1 is 1000 by 1000. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So then let's go back to here. I already did that. Now I go to my configuration. Now I'm going to make my screens, okay? I'm going to go here to this box right here. It says new screen. Okay. I'm going to write new screen. Here on new screen, you need 1 row, 1 column. And this is our stage LED. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So now I have 1 space. Now check this out. This is the cool part about this, that you can kind of see if you're fucking up or not, and why you remember, oh fuck, I have to start on settings, not on configuration. I'm gonna grab the first output card. Remember what we did in the settings with that one first output card that was different from the other ones?
Yeah.
We made it 1000 by 1000, remember? So when I grab that one, you'll see if I put it in there, it looks like a square, right? Now check this out. If I grab one of these 3840 by 2160s, it looks way bigger. And it looks like a fucking, you get me? And it looks like in the resolution as well. So that matters. That changes your entire output. So that's key. Okay. If my resolution is at and then I'm gonna save this now. So if my resolution is at 1000, 1000 on output on this card right here, watch. If my resolution is 1000 on 1000 on this card right here in the H9, network, okay? But I just programmed a screen that is 3000 pixels wide, my resolution is wrong, right?
Yeah.
However, Nova LCT and H9 network don't talk to each other. So you need to translate that to them. So because they don't talk to each other, in this case, when I make this screen, the screen that you're doing on this week is going to be 3456. So I'm going to write on output 1, 3456. And then my height is going to be 1728. So I'm gonna tell
We can only do like about what 25 panels per.
on this one. No, this one is the same. You can only do about what 15 per port, right? It's the same thing. Yeah, same rules. You'll still exceed your port limits like you would normally do. Let's say we built the wall and you're doing this on a UHD Junior, yeah? After you program this on the UHD Junior, the UHD Junior on the front of the screen will tell you that your screen is 3456 by 1728, right? Because it did all the math for you. Remember, you are doing all the math for the H9. So after you program it on the LCT, you need to know that number, that width and that height, and then you need to come into here and you need to tell him, hey, bro, output card number 1 that I'm using, your ports 1 through 20, I'm using them, and this is the resolution of that screen you guys are going to be doing today. Then you go here to configuration. And again, we'll start again because I just changed the resolution. So I lost that screen I made. So now I'm going to do my screen, new screen. And this time again, stage LED, 1 row, 1 column. Okay. Gives me 1 box. I'm going to grab my output card number 1, which is my ports right here, right? These guys, all of these guys. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to drag and drop it into here. You see how it even looks bigger, wider? Because it forms to whatever size you do, and there, now it's there. Okay? After I'm done with that, we save. Right here in the bottom corner, save. Whether to save changes to the screen, yes. And that's saved. These are my outputs. Got it? Now check this out. On that map I sent you, you see how I put the projectors in there too? So we're going to set those up as well right now. So that means that you have, in this case, because you're running the projectors out of there, you have to add 1 more screen or 2 more screens. Okay. So we're going to make 1 more screen. I'm going to call this projector left. Same rules, 1 row and 1 column. Okay. And what am I going to do here? I'm going to grab my HDMI this time, right? Because in this case, huh?
Are you
So what's going to happen here is you have a switcher, okay? Your switcher is going to come. That guy, you're gonna your if you saw your computer is outputting to the switcher, yeah, and then the switcher is outputting to the screen, to the projectors.